Bag juice, bag juice. Come and get your bag juice. Antonio from Uptown is back. Bag juice, every flavor, bag juice. Knicks in 5. I've just watched Tottenham win a European trophy. Knicks in 5. I've just watched Son lift the Europa League. Knicks in 5. I've just watched Ange Postecoglou 17th in the league. I always win trophies in my second season. Lift the Europa League trophy. Knicks in 5. They've got the Super Cup final against PSG or Inter. Knicks in 5. But we finished second. We competed. We beat Real Madrid. Knicks in 5. Today is a low point. I will not be wearing Arsenal shirts out on the street, going to the gym. Antonio from Uptown, bag juice, come and get your bag juice. Knicks in 5. We need to go into hiding. Tonight is a low point. As a grown adult, I have never seen Arsenal win a European trophy. I just watched Tottenham win a European trophy before Arsenal. We lost to Sporting, Olympiacos, and Villarreal with Arteta in charge. But trust the process. Don't worry. When they're doing Sky Sports interviews, he's walking past with the dog as if it wasn't planned. Today is a dark day, people, for Arsenal Football Club. Dark. And I know a lot of people will say in the chat, they're glad Man United lost. United could have got Gyökeres. United could have been title challengers. They're a bigger club. The Champions League money, they would have been a bigger problem. And maybe you don't feel threatened by Tottenham. It's not about that. I don't think Tottenham will be title challengers next year on the back of this. It's about O'Hara, Redknapp, Genius, all these guys making noise after winning a trophy. We're 5 years without a trophy. We're now the trophyless team in North London who's on a trophy drought. Arsenal Football Club need to wake up. They can't keep running off history. That's all I hear, history. Even I do it. Argue with people, I start talking about Henry and Bergkamp. Because I can't use these players as an example. Maybe one or two of them. How bad does it need to get before Arsenal wake up as a football club? Palace, FA Cup winners. Newcastle, Carabao Cup winners. Liverpool win the league. Tottenham win the Europa League. Chelsea probably win the Conference League next week. Everybody, trophies, parades. Do you know what Tottenham's parade's going to be in North London? They'll probably drive past the Arsenal stadium on purpose. Tonight is an embarrassment for Arsenal Football Club. Absolute embarrassment. And I've seen embarrassment. 40 million and a pound, Luis Suarez. Van Persie to United, losing to Barcelona Champions League final. 4-0 in Baku. 8-2 against United. Shamak up front with the greasy hair. Gervinho with the massive forehead. Andre Santos. Denilson, the two Brazilians with no skill. Signing Silvestre from Man United. I've seen embarrassment. Tonight is an embarrassment. Mikel Arteta, you've got blood on your hands. Because you've caused this. And the cult, you guys have got blood on your hands as well. Because you helped this to breathe with the toxic positivity being fed towards that manager. That failure is acceptable as long as we compete. That was Tottenham language that we used to say about them under Poch. Who cares if they're competing? They don't win anything. That was our coping mechanism when Poch was at Tottenham. We don't care if they got to a Champions League final. We don't care if they came second. We don't care if Harry Kane won golden boots. They didn't win anything. So we were always bigger than them. And we are a bigger club than them. But what are we going to say for the next few months? While they're doing parades, they're playing in a Super Cup final. They're back in the Champions League. They've lifted silverware. Our fan base seem to have forgot the aim of this sport is to lift silverware. I don't want to finish doing all this without saying well done. Rivalry or not, well done. I actually quite like Ange. I think he says it as it is. He's an honest talker. You have to respect that. Big up Brennan Johnson, Nottingham boy. Got his move. Had a lot of criticism. Gets the winning goal. I thought it was an own goal, but they gave it to Brennan Johnson. Tottenham were the better team. They deserve some credit. Stay humble in defeat. They deserved to win that game. Man United. Wow. Big problems. The tactics were horrendous. Why was Bruno playing like a quarterback? Gave the ball away all night. Garnacho did more in 15 minutes than Mount and Højlund and all them guys did in the 75 minutes. Ahmad faded. They were terrible. Casemiro needs to retire. You're a legend, but your legs have gone. Or go Saudi and get the bag. Well, that's their problem. We got our own problems. Sad, embarrassing evening for Arsenal. But as a coping mechanism, at least we can banter off our Man United friends. And I know a lot of Man United fans. And they have genuinely had the season from hell. 16th in the league, don't have 40 points, trophyless, no Europe. And you ain't getting Gyökeres now either. But I'm telling you, I better see Gyökeres at Arsenal next season because I do not feel very good about Arsenal right now. Let me tell you that. Not very good at all. People, I'm out of here. Bag juice. Knicks in 5. Bless.